All right, we're learning some new details about the teenagers who escaped abusive conditions in Cyprus. The neighbor who answered their plea for help is speaking out tonight, and a warning: some of the video you're about to see is disturbing. KPRC2's Brandon Walker's in Cyprus tonight with much more on the case that sparked an Amber Alert.
Horrified, hurt, abused, desperate. You're watching the moment two 16-year-old siblings took their lives and ran for help, finding a neighbor, showing the handcuffs they say their mother made them wear. We've blurred their faces, but what you see.
It was about 5:20-ish, 5:24, I think, is when they started ringing the doorbell.
Is what a neighbor saw when she opened the door and let them in.
She was wearing a hoodie. She reached into her hoodie and showed me the handcuffs and was like, we just escaped.
The neighbor asked that we conceal her identity. She says she called 911 Tuesday as the teens told her what they say their own mother had done.
She kept shaking and she was like, my mom's kept us locked in the laundry room, just scratches and bruises all over his arm. Both of them had severe scars around their wrist.
Louisiana State Police Tuesday arrested the teen's mother and her boyfriend in Baton Rouge. Zaikiya Duncan and Jova Terrell tonight are in police custody. Investigators say they fled the home they rented in Cyprus with 5 other children, prompting an Amber Alert. All children have been accounted for, including the 2 who couldn't take it any longer.
I have all kinds of emotions.
Anger being one of them because, as we've reported, Duncan in 2012 faced 3 counts of cruelty to juveniles, CPS with a documented case history.
The mother got a slap in the wrist and probation and did a little class, and then what does CPS do? Here you go, you're fit to be a mother now.
The neighbor says she hasn't slept much, thoughts focused on the brother and sister, the teens for whom she opened her door.
Before they took her off, she looked at me and she said, thank you.
You know, this video can't help but make you angry, because why would you bring kids in the world for you to treat them like they're animals? You are abusive. You're handcuffing your child to the point where their wrists, the handcuffs have dug into their wrists and their skin. You have belt loops all over their body and marks, and then they're extremely malnourished. Here's a solution for some of you women. Close your damn legs. Quit having babies that you don't want to take care of and be responsible for. They have all types of birth control out there that you can take. Instead, you lay your ass up there and get pregnant. Why? For you to be abusive to children? And then some of y'all women don't know when to damn stop having babies. You have a hard time taking care of one, and you lay up there and continue to have more and more babies. It's just going to add more frustration to your situation in the beginning. Quit having babies that you don't want to take care of. Some of you are terrible damn mothers. You don't need no children. This is damn ridiculous. Look at these kids' wrists and their skin. Shame on your ass. What they need to do is lock your ass up to something with some handcuffs on your wrist so tight that it dig into your skin and don't feed your ass, and throw some mop water on you for a bath. That's what needs to happen to your ass. I hope they prosecute you below the jail. You deserve the maximum sentence. Do better with your sorry self, you and your boyfriend. Welcome to Straddled Events. On this channel, we bring you the truth. Sometimes the truth is quite ugly, unbearable, and you just don't want to deal with it. But on this channel, you're gonna get it anyway. You are straddled the fence of good versus evil, right versus wrong. And on this channel, we're gonna tell you to do better. Please like, dislike, subscribe, and share the videos. Now let's go.
New details in the horrible case where 2 teens escaped after allegedly being held, abused, and captive by their mother and her boyfriend.
Both were arrested in Louisiana after an Amber Alert was issued on Tuesday. Again, we want to warn you, the images and details in this story are graphic. Anieli Ruiz has been following the case. Anieli, what did you learn today?
Well, guys, these documents shed more light into the abuse the teens were facing. The mother was charged with aggravated assault to a family member and aggravated assault here in Texas. The boyfriend charged with continuous violence against the family. The twins were not only allegedly beaten, but they were also forced to eat their own waste and even drugged. Two traumatized teens begging neighbors for help.
We just need someone to be right now.
Or documents reveal how the abused twins were able to escape from their mother and boyfriend's home early Tuesday morning. Documents state the boy found the key inside his mother's purse. He hid the key in his mouth until his mother and her boyfriend were asleep. That's how they were able to knock on neighbors' doors for help. One mother finally let them in and called police.
They literally were running for their lives. I mean, they knew that if they stayed there, what was going to happen with them.
And thanks to this neighbor, investigators were able to unravel the horrible abuse the teens had endured since at least July. According to court documents, the teens said their mother would strike them with an extension cords, curtain rods, and metal poles. The records say the boy told deputies his mom's boyfriend punched his hand last week. Injuries neighbors say were visible.
Their skin, I mean, the little kid had like scratches and scabs and bruises all down his arm, down the back of his body.
Documents state the mother would make them drink chemicals such as bleach, Lysol, and would spray Easy Off oven cleaner in their mouths if they talked too much, and say she would pour bleach on them, causing their skin to burn, including in their genital area. The girl told investigators that her brother defecated and their mother made them both eat it and drink his urine.
Don't understand how a mother can do this to her kids.
And court documents also state the teens were both given Benadryl. The boy said he was given 24 tablets, which caused him to have a seizure. After he had a seizure, he says he was only given 20 tablets to go to sleep. The girl said she was also given Benadryl to go to sleep.
And I have no doubt that these kids would have not made it alive if they had not escaped, because they were literally skin on bones.
Well, the kid's mother and her boyfriend had a court hearing this morning in Louisiana. Texas has 30 days to extradite them. Now we're waiting to hear from officials to see when this will happen. We know the twins are recovering in the hospital here. The other 5 kids are in the care of Louisiana CPS. Anayeli Ruiz, KHOU 11 News.
Mother and her boyfriend accused of handcuffing her children, starving them, and holding them captive in a laundry room are set to be brought back to Harris County tomorrow.
Zaikiya Duncan and Jova Terrell were found in Baton Rouge after an Amber Alert was issued in Texas. Matt Doherty in Cypress tonight with the video of the teen twins starving and begging for help. We want to alert you, the images you're about to see are difficult to watch. Matt?
Nobody could have imagined what was allegedly happening inside of this home. The kids who escaped described a life that is truly a nightmare.
It's close to 5 o'clock on Tuesday morning. Home surveillance cameras show this pair of 16-year-old twins, a boy and a girl, who have just escaped. They spent more than half an hour going door to door, desperately seeking help.
You need some help?
Yes. It's not the same, please. We're
What's
too
wrong
good.
with you? What? What happened?
We just need someone to be right now.
No, we can't do that.
Unsure of the circumstances, nearly all of the neighbors told the twins to keep moving. At about 5:30, the temperature was in the 50s.
It was exactly 5:27 in the morning when I heard the doorbell ring.
A single mother at home with her daughter was the first and only person to open the door.
I just knew they were kids right away, so I quickly opened the door. I told them to come in, and I quickly shut the door and I locked it.
The woman, who asked that we not use her name or show her face, says she led the twins to her kitchen.
I sat them down, I brought them blankets, covered them up, and the first thing the little boy said was, "We're starving." Basically, we're saying we're hungry, are you gonna give me something to eat?
Looking at the 16-year-olds, it was obvious. After getting them something to eat, she started asking questions.
When the little girl was here standing, she was visibly shaking and was showing me her handcuffs. They would say, "We just broke out of these." They told me that their mom kept them locked in a laundry room, naked, zip-tied from the ankles and handcuffed from the wrist. They said we would pee and poop on ourselves. And they said when we needed to bathe, the mom would let them use the dirty mop water to bathe. They didn't get a bath. They got dirty mop water.
It turned out Zaikiya Duncan had been arrested for child abuse in the past in Louisiana. Court documents show her children were removed from the home back in 2012. We asked Louisiana's Department of Children and Family Services why the kids were returned, but they told us state law prevents the agency from even acknowledging an investigation.
How can a mother do this to their kids? You know, how can a mother feel like this is okay to do? They deserve it. No kid deserves this.
We spoke with psychologist Dr. Whitney Krausen with Houston's Children's Assessment Center. She says children who suffer this kind of abuse can recover with the proper help.
Oftentimes we think there's no way they can possibly get through all of this, but children are so much more resilient than we give them credit for. Really what they need is just ongoing and consistent support.
In Cypress, I'm Matt Doherty, KHOU 11 News.
Now we know this is an incredibly difficult topic to hear about, especially for survivors of abuse. If you or someone you know is in need of help, you can call any of these organizations on the screen. We also have these numbers and links to help, all at khou.com.